Hello friends, today we are going to study about composition, structure and function of carbohydrates part 7. In this part, we'll study about heteropolysaccharides for extracellular support. In the last videos only, we learned that heteropolysaccharides mainly function as an extracellular support, whereas homopolysaccharides, they function as a structural element and also as a storage fuel. But heteropolysaccharides function as an extracellular support. So these heteropolysaccharides are called glycosaminoglycans. Now, because heteropolysaccharides give extracellular support, what is an extracellular matrix? Extracellular matrix, it's a gel-like material that helps to hold the cells together. Because we are multicellular organism, that means our body are made up of multiple cells. So these cells are held together in a fluid or in a gel-like material which is known as extracellular matrix. The function of this matrix is to provide a porous pathway that helps to transport nutrients as well as oxygen to individual cells. These extracellular matrix are composed of heteropolysaccharide, which are also known as glycosaminoglycans, and fibrous proteins. These fibrous proteins include collagen, elastin, fibronectin, and laminin. Now, the heteropolysaccharides, which are found in extracellular matrix, these are linear polymers of a repeating disaccharide unit. What do we mean by repeating disaccharide unit? For example, in case of homopolysaccharide, if you take the example of starch, it is a polymer of glucose, right? Starch is made up of amylose and amylopectin. Amylose or amylopectin, they are what? They are only the polymers of glucose only, linked in alpha 1,4 or alpha 1,6 bond. So this is a repeating unit of glucose, a monosaccharide. Similarly, if we talk about glycogen, if we talk about cellulose or chitin, in case of chitin, the repeating unit is N-acetylglucosamine. So these monosaccharides are repeated. But in case of heteropolysaccharides, hetero means not same. So it's two different monosaccharides constituting one disaccharide. For example, A and B. This is one monosaccharide, this is one monosaccharide. Together it's a disaccharide. So this unit is repeating multiple times in case of heteropolysaccharide. Now for heteropolysaccharide, one monomer or one monosaccharide is always either N-acetylglucosamine or N-acetylgalactosamine. Say this A. This A is always made up of either N-acetylglucosamine or N-acetylgalactosamine. Whereas this B, in most cases, this B is a uronic acid. Specifically, it is D-glucuronic acid or L-iduronic acid. Now, in some glycosaminoglycans, the hydroxyl groups of amino sugars are esterified with sulfate. So that means in some glycosaminoglycans, the OH group is replaced with sulfate. Now, because of the presence of sulfate, which is negative charge, and carboxylate, which is also negative charge, these glycosaminoglycans, they have very high density of negative charge. Due to which what happens? Negative, negative, they will repel each other. And hence these molecules assume extended conformation in solution. And these sulfate also acts as a marker for the attachment of particular proteins to form proteoglycans. Now, these are few examples of heteropolysaccharide that are found in extracellular matrix. First is hyaluronate. If you see the structure of hyaluronate, it is made up of glucuronic acid and N-acetylglucosamine. This whole unit is repeating multiple times. So it's a disaccharide. Two monosaccharides are present. One is D-glucuronic acid and the second is N-acetylglucosamine. These two are repeated 50,000 times, form a hyaluronate or hyaluronic acid. These hyaluronic acid, they acts as a lubricant in synovial fluid of joints. It is also found in the vitreous human of the vertebrate eye to give it a jelly-like consistency. Hyaluronic acid is also found in the extracellular matrix of cartilage and tendon. The enzyme hyaluronidase can degrade hyaluronic acid, and similar enzyme is also found in sperm, which helps to dissolve the outer layer of ovum and help the sperm to penetrate. Next is chondroitin 4-sulfate. It provides tensile strength to cartilage, tendons, ligaments, and the wall of aorta. Because of this glycosaminoglycan, our skin is flexible. It is also found in blood vessels and heart valves. In chondroitin 4 sulfate, the disaccharide is repeated 20 to 60 times. And what are those disaccharides? Glucuronic acid and acetyl galactosamine 4 sulfate. That means in fourth position, a sulfate is present, the negative charge. Gal is for galactose, GLC is for glucose. So it is N-acetyl galactosamine 4 sulfate. That means in fourth position, sulfur is present. Next is keratin sulfate. The repeating units are galactose and N-acetyl glucosamine 6 sulfate. Sulfate in the sixth position. In case of keratin sulfate, the sulfate content is variable. These are found in cornea, cartilage, bone, horny structures like horns, hair, hooves, keratin. As you all know, like our nails, hairs, they have keratin found in this external surfaces. In this case, the disaccharide units are repeated 25 times. Next is heparin. It is a natural anticoagulant. These are produced by mast cell. Once they are released in blood, they bind to antithrombin. This antithrombin then bind with thrombin, which is a blood coagulant, and inhibit it. As because now the blood coagulant gets inhibited, the blood won't clot. So it helps to prevent blood clotting. It has a very high negative charge density. Among all the biomolecules that are found in a biological system, heparin has the highest negative charge density. So these are few examples of heteropolysaccharides or glycosaminoglycans that function as an extracellular support for our body. Now, one question from my end for you all. You have to tell me what is the application of heparin. Just now, we learned that heparin is found in our body. It is released by mast cell and function as an anticoagulant. It's a natural anticoagulant. That means because of its release, our blood does not clot. So now you have to tell me where we can use this heparin as an application part, as a clinical application. Do let me know in the comment section. If you found the video informative, please do like, share and subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for the next video notification. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.